Hey everybody, it's Actual Dragon Tears here, and I am coming to you with another video. And today I want to talk about a possible thing that might be added to Rainbow Six Siege as more of an atmosphere type change. Kind of like how maps have night and day cycles. I was thinking, what if some of these maps had weather cycles too? But now, hear me out on this. What I mean by weather cycle is I mean like how sometimes you can play on a map during the day and sometimes you can play at night. Well, what if sometimes you can play it in clear weather and then sometimes it might be raining or drizzling or maybe even thunderstorming? The reason why I got this idea was because actually last night there was this huge thunderstorm and I'm just lying in my bed trying to sleep, listening and watching my windows. And of course it's a thunderstorm, so there'd be bright flashes of light from the lightning and then the kind of deep rumble and sometimes crash of thunder. So I got to thinking, I was like, this would be kind of cool, and it could add slight kind of tactical a tactical feel to the game. Like, for example, imagine if you just time your breach with a thunder crash, so that the second it starts to rumble and the crash happens, you detonate it, and it would mask the sound of the breach. Of course, this wouldn't change the look of it. I mean, if you're in the room and the guy breaches in, I mean, you're gonna know he breached in. But like if you breached in on like the other side of that, the building or whatever map you're playing on, you could maybe actually mask it and get in there silently in a way without being detected. And that's a huge thing with people. The barrier sound, whether it be smashing it or breaching it, it's very loud. You hit it 3 times, it's just that big crash of the wood falling down, and of course the explosion of the breaching charge. And I guess the whole thing is Sledge can do it silently. Well, even Sledge is kind of loud because it's basically just the same thing as hitting it 3 times, only you hit it once. And on the other side, the visual side, you have the lightning of it, and the lightning more of maybe an aesthetic change to it. You'd have maybe a flash of light here and there of the lightning. But what if you are also able to like hide your gunshots, or maybe even peek at the right time? I know we already have the terrible terrible contrast between the holy light of the outside and the blackness of the inside when you're looking through a window. And I know that's probably a big problem, would need to be fixed or changed or whatnot for this to actually be effective and not overpowered and whatnot. But like, what if there was those bright flashes of light where there'd be moments where it lit up the entire room, and if you're peeking through this window you could see everything in it crystal clear. And the problem, of course, would be when you're a defender, that would make it harder for you because it's already bright outside. I mean, it's really hard to see. But then again, if it's on the night map and it's also storming, it's like thunderstorm at night, you could also brighten up the outside, and you could see people really in the distance. Like, especially one map that comes to mind is Canal, and everyone always hates Canal. People consider it the worst map. Border. But people consider it the worst map because you can just stay on the other rooftop and just snipe in from there. And one of the harder parts, especially because at least for me, it seems it's always at night. I mean, I don't think I've ever played it during the day. It's because when you're especially in one of those darker outfits, like for example the SWAT or the SAS, they have the darker uniforms. If you're on that rooftop crouched and you're just peeking in, it's kind of hard to see you at first, especially if you're using like a suppressor or something and you're masking your flash of the gun, and it's kind of hard to see at first. Like, you can't just peek out and see them. And granted, if you're just staring at them, yeah, you're gonna pick them out clear as day. But what if there was like a flash of lightning and then you quickly peeked? You'd be able to see like the silhouette of them, or just being able to see them getting lit up. and you'll be like, all right, yeah, I know there's a guy on that roof now, and I know where he is. And it's not going to be a spot or anything. It's not going to be stupid like that. It's more of a visual marker on him. And this can carry on to a whole bunch of different maps. And I know I've been talking about thunderstorms, and there are winter maps, and that'd probably be more. In fact, I think some of the maps, they do snow, like a flurry, tiny, like a little bit of snow on. Like I think Consulate has a bit of snow on it. But on those kind of maps, like Consulate and maybe I'm getting my maps mixed up here, but there's the Russian Cafe one, and then there's the actual log cabin one. And of course there's Yacht, which are all snowy maps. And I mean, what if there was just a snow there? No, I'm not saying no whiteout. I mean, I'm pretty sure a whiteout would make it really unplayable. Just kind of going outside, it'd be hard for attackers. Defenders, I guess the people who like jumping outside and shooting, not my cup of tea. In fact, I kind of disagree with that. But those people, it would probably be hard for them as well, because I mean, you can't really see them, especially on Yacht, where you jump out and there's the really long line of sight on the side of the boat. But so maybe not something crazy like flurry whiteouts, but maybe just like a snowfall. Just a light snowfall, and it just doesn't need to be anything extravagant like in Battlefield 1, where the raindrops accumulate on your gun and you can see them on your gloves, and when you fire, they they kind of like streak down the gun. No, you don't have to do anything crazy like that. You just the actual effect of having the rainfall and the lightning or the snowfall just being there, and then when you get inside, of course, you're not going to see it, because the most of the game is inside. I mean, defenders, for the most part, can't go outside, and attackers need to go inside to play the objective. So you're not going to be spending outside in the rain too much, but it's more of those actual effects. That's why I was concentrating on thunder and lightning, because those are effects that can affect you inside as well as outside. So this was just kind of a short video discussing the idea of adding weather to Rainbow Six Siege. Do you think it would be cool and add a tactical feel to the game, timing it just right? In fact, I can't help but think of World at War, where you were playing the first mission as Dimitri, and you had to time your sniper shots with the bomber runs to mask the sound of the bullet. That just comes to my mind. You probably have another idea from a different game, and I think that'd be really cool for Siege. But some people might disagree. Some people think that's not what we need in the game, and whatnot. It's too much of a not random factor, but it just doesn't fit the game. And that's fair. That's your opinion. So yeah, leave them down below in the comments. What do you think about the idea? Thanks for watching, guys. Go ahead and leave a like if you like, leave a dislike if you dislike, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.